Hey guys, I'm making this quick video. It's a little description of how I make my rack for my babies, and you can use this for basically anything, subadults, adults, juveniles, whatever you like. First off, I'll start and explain to you. The rack itself is just a regular metal rack you can get at any Target or Walmart. I typically get them at Target because I find they're at the best price there. They come out to being like 59 bucks, $60 I guess, 65 with tax. It's 72 inches tall with I think it's 42 wide or 48 wide. Yeah, it's 48 inches wide, so it's 4 feet wide and 72 inches tall. So the rack itself is $69. Then each bin are 50 quart totes, and you get 12 of those. And they're $5 each. And then you get these UVB bulbs, the bright white house bulbs that are cool whites. They don't produce a lot of heat, they just produce a lot of nice white. And then of course the ReptiSun 4-foot 10.0. The fixtures themselves, you get them at Walmart, they're $11. And $10.97, 11 bucks. I use basically the same little fixtures that you get from like Lowe's or Walmart. They have the little little dome thing, and I just basically wire them up to each level. On this other levels, it's basically just wrapped around and stringed. I don't know how to explain it, but tied around so that way they sit right on it. I take the hoods off the ones down here because in the middle row it gets really hot. These sections here get extremely hot. The top row doesn't because it has the fan above always pushing heat into the bins. Air into the bins, so it gets a lot of circulation. But these guys down here, they don't get a lot of circulation, so I cut the bins down. They cut those little hoods off because the hoods produce a lot of extra heat. And when you take those little hoods off of them, you allow for the bulb's heat that's coming from the top to exert upwards. If you only keep them on, then look at the little babies eating. If you only keep them on, then basically the heat has nowhere to escape, and they'll just stay inside the bins and force it straight down. Here's a little picture of my baby dinners. Sorry about my camera, it's not working too well, and I'm gonna go ahead and get something taken care of it today, hopefully. Again, I'll come back to this. Sorry about that. The bulbs that I use are either going to be the 45 watt Sylvania floodlights. They're 45 watts is basically all you really need. You can even go down as low as 40. This room that I keep them in, it stays hot all the time, so a low watting bulb will still work just as well. I actually cut off their heat for about 2 hours a day to allow them to have a little cool down time because it gets really hot. Again, sorry to get it cut off. These little fixtures, like I said, they cost like $6 a piece, so you'll need 12 of those. You can make the math up on that. The bins are $5 a piece, 12 of those. The fixtures for the UV are T8s, and you get 4 of those at Walmart for $11 a piece. And then the house cool bulbs, I get them also at Walmart, the 4-foot ones, the T8s. They're like, I think they were $12 for the 2-pack, so they're $6 a piece for 4. So you need to get 4 of them, so it's $6 a piece. You're looking at $24 for that. The ReptiSun 10.0s, I get them from beardeddragon.co, and they're $27, I believe, plus shipping tax, shipping insurance of $2, so they come to like $28, which is not that bad. And then let me see what else. The fixtures are $11. The bulbs themselves, I believe I get them at Walmart, or actually I get those at Lowe's. The 45 watt Sylvanias, I get those at Lowe's for like, I think they're $8 for the pack of 2 or less. I think it might be 5 or 6. So you're talking $2.50 a bulb, but they last for a long time. They last just as long as like reptile bulbs that are like $8 to $10. The fixtures, again, they're $6 to $7 at Walmart or Lowe's. I usually like to go to get them at Lowe's because they have the smaller dome ones. It doesn't matter really because you take the dome off. You just need the fixture itself. And then you're going to need surge protectors. You're going to need at least 2 or 3. I'm replacing those with the 2 6-foot ones that they have at Lowe's right now. They have 10 outlets on it, and they're $30, but when you got 2 of those, you can basically, I can set the heat lamps on one side and the UVs on the other one, so the UVs stay on constantly, and then the heat can turn off for 2 hours in the afternoon on a timer, so that way they have a little bit of a break. But that you don't have to get. The surge protectors, I get those at Walmart as well. They're like $5 each. I think they're 5 or 2 for $5. I'm not 100% sure on those. So roughly the whole thing comes out costing about $3 to $3.50, depending on where you get yours or where you're located and how much they charge. But it will hold, like I said, 12 bins. Also, what you want to do is, if you can get a dermal, and you can take the side edges off of these bins, because these bins are so wide that if you don't take those edges off, they'll sit on top of each other. They'll fold on top. So once you take these off of each one, you have enough space to where they will just like these. You can see they're right next to each other fine, and I can actually work them inside and out. There's no resistance. If those lips were on there, they would be so crunched together they wouldn't be able to move. So when you do this, try to get like a dermal or something like that and take off the lips on the sides. Don't take the fronts off because you want those still as like handles, but just take the sides off, so that way when they come in here, they'll come in here flushed. They won't hit each other. You'll actually have gap between. If you look, I have space in between each one. But if these edges were there, it would not work. So that's kind of why these tanks are here right now. I have other ones that I have to start prepping first. I won't use them until I cut them clean. I have the bins. I just need to cut them clean, the side edges on them, and then I can put them up on the rack. But if you have any questions, go ahead and post them on there as comments. Again, I hope I've entitled everything that's included in this. And if you have any questions, again, just go ahead and post them. Have a good one, guys.